Hi everyone, welcome to the very first episode of MOHIvate. I'm Mohi Sarawgee, a doctor by profession, curious like all of you, and constantly on a journey of hope. But here, I'm swapping prescriptions for perspective. With a little science, a little warmth, and a touch of humor, these episodes are meant to be a short pause in your week, just gentle reminders that health can feel simple and that life doesn't always have to feel so overwhelming. And the thread that runs through my life, what I've held close for years, is what I call the feel good factor. That's the energy I want to bring you here. So, whether you're listening on your commute, at the gym, juggling kids and emails, caring for someone, or even doom scrolling late at night, this space is for you. Now, let's talk about the buzzword these days wellness. It's everywhere and it's exhausting. Honestly, don't you feel it's become too much? It feels less like a lifestyle we live by and more like a circus. Picture this jugglers balancing smoothies, tightrope walkers chasing steps, clowns selling detox teas, and the tickets way too expensive. I mean, I love candles. They are one of my feel good factors. But if they cost more than my electricity bill, I get too protective to light them. That's not wellness. That's financial stress with a fragrance. Now let's rewind a little. Wellness isn't a hashtag, it's ancient. Ayurveda in India taught balance of body, mind, and spirit thousands of years ago. Hippocrates in Greece said, "Let food be thy medicine." Traditional Chinese medicine focused on harmony and energy flow. Fast forward, in the 1800s, people flocked to mineral baths, basically spa days without the hashtags. In the 20th century, naturopathy and homeopathy rose. Then, modern medicine stole the spotlight. That's where I come in. By the 1970s, the US gave wellness its modern name. Universities and research reframed it as lifestyle, not just disease. A great idea until marketing got involved. By the 1990s, wellness meant gyms, yoga studios, endless diets, and then scientists got thrown in for credibility. Step by step, wellness turned into celery juice cleanses, moon juice powders, yoga poses that feel more like furniture assembly instructions, endless what I eat in a day posts, what I wear in a day posts, forest bathing, and so on. At this rate, wellness feels like an Olympic sport I never signed up for. And I don't have a problem with any of these if it makes you feel good. That's great. But here's the thing wellness stopped about feeling well and became all about looking well, even if that means sprinkling a little fairy dust in jars. And somewhere along the way, wellness also picked up accessories because nothing says inner peace like more stuff to buy. Have you heard of the Himalayan salt lamps that glow like Martian rocks? Somehow, if you don't have one in your bedroom, you're apparently doomed to eternal unrest. That's marketing. Now, I don't own one, but I am intrigued. If anyone feels like gifting me one, I'll gracefully accept it and place it right next to my stress candle, and we'll then see which one glows brighter. Or at least I'll have a night light for those fridge runs because phone torches, those little blue lights truly mess with your melatonin, your sleep hormone. Well, at present, wellness is a $6.3 trillion circus. Bigger than pharma, bigger than sports, bigger than IT, 6% of the world's GDP. And yet, most of us are still tired, stressed, waiting for the next quick fix. You know, they say meditation is the answer. And yes, it's powerful. I've practiced it for years, and I used to feel almost proud saying that I had good control over my breath. But when you don't practice regularly, things slip. I remember one day feeling like my whole nervous system needed a reboot. So, of course, I thought, back to the breath. Only all that meditation I hadn't been doing daily, the very thing meant to bring stillness, most days I'd sit, close my eyes, and immediately think, what's for dinner? Do I really have the energy to cook it? Do I need my shirt ironed for tomorrow? Did I send that email? And that's okay, because the point isn't perfection, it's practice. It takes time, and it may not be for everyone. What I've learned is that simple breathing exercises can easily slip into the cracks of your day when you're just waking up or right in the middle of chaos and something within you shifts. One week, I promise I'll share the coolest, easiest, laziest way to bring them into your space with almost no effort. So keep coming back to this space. Now, we all know movement is essential for all of us. Personally, I absolutely love walking. Walking works. I'll stand by that for almost anyone who can. And for those who can't, this part isn't aimed at you. I just want to pause and say how proud I am of you and of your carers for finding other ways to weave movement into life. For those of us who can walk, it's simple, it's free, and it comes with more benefits than most wellness apps can track. Recently I tried this viral trend called Japanese interval walking. It's pretty straightforward 3 minutes brisk, 3 minutes slow, repeated for about half an hour. The idea is that changing pace improves endurance, boosts your heart health, lowers blood pressure, and even lights up your prefrontal cortex. That's the part of your brain behind your forehead, and it handles focus, planning, decision making, emotional regulation, even impulse control. Basically, your personality's control center. It was developed by Japanese scientists, and the research is impressive. In one study of 139 healthy participants with an average age of 63, those who practice interval walking 4 or more days a week for 5 months at least saw measurable improvements in aerobic capacity. Essentially, their physical health improved. So I gave it a go. And while, yes, I felt warmer afterwards, I also found myself spending more time staring at the timer than enjoying the walk. What should have been mindful started to feel like stopwatch induced stress. Now, I'm not against it at all. If it works for you, brilliant. The science is there. But here's the thing, a steady walk works too. The kind where your heart rate lifts, your thoughts wander, and you actually notice life happening around you. And speaking of trends, the famous 10,000 steps a day idea, that also came from Japan. But it didn't begin as scientific advice. It started as a marketing slogan for a pedometer called the Manpoke, which literally means 10,000 steps meter. The number was random, but it caught on because it made activity feel exciting and achievable. And I love that because at the end of the day, whether it's intervals, chasing steps, or simply a steady stroll, the goal is the same, to move in ways that feel good and in ways that last. Start with 15 minutes or 20 or 30 or 1,000 steps, 2,000 steps, whatever feels right for you. Even the ordinary counts, climbing stairs, carrying shopping, tidying the house, it all adds up. Every step is progress. Every moment of movement matters. And not every stair you climb has to take you to Everest. Sometimes it's enough that it simply takes you forward. And just when I thought walking was peak wellness innovation, along came mouth taping. Yes, actual tape on your mouth at night to help you sleep. And I can't help worrying about people with clogged noses. Hopefully, there's a disclaimer. I don't know about you, but if my wellness routine requires me to look like a hostage before bed, I am out. Besides, sleep isn't about taping your lips shut, it's about giving your brain and body permission to rest. Then there's water. Apparently, plain water isn't enough anymore. Now we've got alkaline water, chlorophyll water, oxygen infused water, all bottle miracles with a price tag. Next, it'll be Wi Fi water, so at least my glass has better reception than my phone. But here's the truth, plain water is free, it hydrates, and it's been around longer than influencers. Your body just needs hydration in moderation, not chugging 4 liters like you're training for a camel convention. In fact, total intake includes food and other drinks. According to the US National Academies of Sciences, Engineering, and Medicine, the general recommendation is about 2.7 liters a day for women and 3.7 liters for men. And that's from all sources, not just plain water. At the start and end of the day, our bodies just need simple things. Sunlight, no influencer can bottle that. Stillness, even if it's just staring out the window with your phone still in your hand. A few stretches, maybe a hug, a kind word, definitely some love. All free. None of it comes with a branded label. And food, real ingredients, cooked with love, enough to fuel a real body. So, congratulations, you don't need to remortgage your house for another glow in the dark promise. And if you're honest, half our stress comes from relationships and from text messages. The family WhatsApp group that won't stop pinging, a boss, a spouse, the in laws, an ex, or the almost ex, the one who texts like they already left. Those pings, heavier than any dumbbell we've ever lifted. And here's what I want you to hear with an open heart. Wellness isn't about trends or products. There will always be another buzzword, another thing to try or buy. Wellness is simply about coming back home. And by home, I don't mean 4 walls or perfect aesthetics. Home is you. It steadies you when the outside feels unsteady. Come back home to yourself. I once wrote about what home means to me, and this is what I offer to you. Home is strength. Home is affection. It's calm in chaos. The ground beneath you when life feels uncertain. Home is loyalty, presence, a space safe enough to be flawed, with no pressure to be perfect. Home is warmth and words. Courage when things are hard. Softness that comes from depth, not weakness. Home is the freedom to be seen as you are and still feel safe. It's respect that doesn't try to redefine you, but simply walks beside you. Sometimes we hold on to people who've already left, or wellness trends that cost too much and mean too little. We replay words that hurt long after they were spoken. We cling to routines long after they've stopped serving us, chasing cures instead of care. But the truth is, the past is not home. If you keep standing at the old doorway or run through too many doors, you'll miss the one opening within you now. Home doesn't need a flawless plan. It already knows how to offer safety and belonging. One day, you'll remember home was never just a place. It was always within you. And maybe that's the reminder we need. So if something feels heavy, rewrite the script. Let the story shift. That's where real wellness begins. Tell yourself today, I'm coming home to myself. I want to leave you with a recommendation, a beautiful sitar track by an amazing musician named Rishabh Rikiram Sharma. You can find it on YouTube. It's called Text Me When You Reach. The music itself is beautiful, and what really weaves it all together and stayed with me is the message in the title. Because for me, that text about reaching is when you finally reach home within. I hope something today stirred a thought, gave you a smile, or simply made you pause. Whatever time it is where you are, I hope you carry a little feel-good factor with you. Thank you for listening. I'm Dr. Mohi. Until next time, stay MOHIvated. And remember, home is already within you. You only need to come back to it.